Okay, so again, so na sana makisama yung ating connection, no? So again, kung titingnan ninyo class, mas specific na yung topics na dapat natin i-discuss dito sa Introduction to Criminology. So ano ba yung purpose ng paggamit ng TOS? Don't worry class, ibibigay ko rin ng TOS sa inyo yung full from criminal law down to corrections. So kung titingnan ninyo, so dapat na natin ma-explain ang classical school of criminology. 1.2, neoclassical school, positivist school of thoughts. Then we have understand the fundamental concept of crime, and then there's an interactionist model. Then 1.3, identify the typology of crimes, yung types of murders, yung Conflin's typology of robbers. Yung bago dito, class, is yung Conflin's typology of robbers. Are you familiar with this? Hindi. Then of course, yung 1.4, articulate the scope and practice and privileges of the Philippine Criminology under the Republic Act 11131 and their counterparts. Ano yung mga opportunities plus na kailangan nila? That's why very important plus na isusundin natin yung TOS na meron tayo. Diba? So ang TOS class, that is the Bible of examinees. As well as kami ng mga lecturers, alam namin kung ano yung itatopic namin. Pero kung titingnan niyo ang TOS, very konti lang ang coverage niya. So, masabi lang what is classical, neoclassical, and positivist. But mag-a-add tayo, di ba? In case man na hindi nila sundin ang TOS, meron pa rin kayong pambala. Kung ano yun. So, hindi ibig sabihin na hindi nakalagay sa TOS, hindi nalalabas. Okay, ilang season ang nangyari na hindi nasusunod, di ba? Minsan ang TOS, aminin man natin o hindi talaga nasusunod siya ang TOS ko. So that's why, as much as possible, ang importante dito, class, dapat maintindihan nyo na yung mga topics dyan, yung mga subtopics na nakalagay, dapat natin i-discuss yan. Pero, i-discuss rin natin, dadagdagan natin para mas complete yung package ang dating ninyo sa board exam. Okay, so dito tayo. I-skip natin dyan. Of course, class, as much as possible, dapat ang una niyong malaman sa akin is the methods of answering CLE question. Okay, so we have the methods of answering CLE question, class. Pag sinabi natin methods, ibig sabihin that it talks about the procedures or the processes in answering CLE question, di ba? So, ibig sabihin in order yan. Hindi ka pwedeng pumunta sa number 3 kapag hindi ka pa dumaan sa number 1 kasi nga this is the methods of answering CLE question. Then, of course, yung thousands of my students nationwide, ina-apply nila to, diba? During their review pa lang hanggang sa board exam na. So, methods of answering CLE question natin. So, ang methods class, yung pinakauna kapag sumasagot kayo, dapat again, you must read the question twice. Ibig sabihin, hindi lang once, okay, wala naman kayong photographic memory, dapat basahin nyo mabuti ang question twice or thrice or 5 times or 10 times, walang problema. Kasi again, that is the method sa what's inside question. Di ba wala naman kayong photographic memory? Once pa lang, nakuha nyo na agad ang sagot, di ba? Hindi. Dapat yung pinaka-minimum dyan in answering class, read the question twice. Isulat nyo na sa notes ninyo. Then pangalawa, of course, always think twice. Ibig sabihin, mag-pause ka muna, mag-isip ka muna kung anong possible answer to the question. Kasi nga, doon mo na gagawin yung analysis. Think twice. Okay, ibig sabihin, mag-isipan mo muna mabuti. Then, very important, yung method number 3 or yung number 3 class, yung answer once. Ano yung ibig sabihin ng answer once, sir? Ibig sabihin, do not change or erase your answer. Kasi again, it will be marked wrong anyway. So, huwag nyo na i-erase ang sagot ninyo. Answer once. Do not change or erase your answer kasi it will be marked wrong anyway. Okay, so very important yan kasi sa taas pa lang ng examen niyo or sa examination sheet ninyo, don't worry kasi mali-discuss na natin yan sa final coaching. Nakalagay na doon sa taas, do not change or erase your answer kasi it will be marked wrong anyway. So, yan. Then don't forget to check your class, check niyo yung microphone niyo kung baka naka-on. So, para hindi ma-disturb yung ibang participants natin. Para tuloy-tuloy yung discussion natin. Then, if you don't know the answer, then know how to answer. So, may times class na hindi talaga na-discuss sa inyo or hindi nabanggit ng mga lecturers, mga speaker, mga mga teachers and professors So, meron tayong strategy. If you don't know the answer, then know how to answer. Anong gagawin natin, sir? That's the time you will apply the process of elimination. Ibig sabihin nun, you will eliminate the what we call the topics or the answers na hindi familiar or you are familiar with it. So sigurado ka na hindi yung tamang sagot. So meaning, yung mga natitira doon na unfamiliar terms, ibig sabihin, posible yon na magiging sagot niya. Okay? That's why ibig sabihin niya yung tinatawag natin na process of elimination. Again, ulitin natin. The methods of answering silly question, isa puso niyo to, isa buhay ninyo class. Okay, please, kasi nga gagamit na gawin ito pagdating sa board exam. Of course, always read the question twice, think twice, answer once. Very important yung number 3, do not change or erase your answer kasi it will be marked wrong anyway. If you don't know the answer, then know how to answer. Then that's the time you will apply the process of elimination. Then you will come up with your answer. So that is the methods of answering silly question. Na-screenshot ninyo, class? Na-copy ba ninyo? Paki-confirm muna.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So yan. Okay, let's proceed now on the next natin. Then of course, unang-una dyan, pag sinabi nating tinanong sa board exam, what is criminology? Tandaan nyo, class, ang daming definition ng criminology. Of course, ang pinakalam natin, criminology is the study of crime and criminal behavior. Tama? Then of course, class, ang criminology ang galing yan sa Latin word na crimen, which means accusation, and luhia, which means study. Okay, di ba? So that is what we call the criminology. Basically, the study of crime and criminal behavior. Then, universally accepted definition of criminology, class na pinapractice natin, di ba? It talks about the body of knowledge regarding crimes, criminals, and the effort of the society to prevent and repress them. So kung titingnan niyo, class, yung universally accepted definition of criminology, nakafocus siya ngayon sa crimes and criminals. Okay? So that is the universally accepted definition of criminology. Nakafocus sa crimes and criminals. While class, ang posibleng lalabas sa board exam ninyo is based on the legal definition. Take note of this, class. Okay, kung hindi nyo pa nakita to. Legal definition kasi, of course, nanggaling yan sa Republic Act 111131 or the Criminology Profession Act of 2018. Again, the Republic Act 11131 or the Criminology Profession Act of 2018. So kung titingnan niyo, class, under the legal definition, ang criminology talks about the study or the scientific study of tatlo na class: crimes, criminals, and victims. Sinali na nila si biktima. Katulad ng or unlike sa universally accepted definition of criminology, nakafocus lang siya sa crime and criminals. Dito sa legal definition niya, nakafocus na yung study of criminology on the crimes, criminals, and the victims, di ba? So alam naman natin ang victims are considered the forgotten person or the forgotten individual under the criminal justice system. Pero kung titingnan ninyo, under the definition of criminology in the Philippines, under the Republic Act 11131, or the Criminology Profession Act of 2018, nakafocus na ngayon ang criminology on the scientific study of crimes, criminals, and victims, as well as with the prevention, solution, and of crimes under Section 4, letter E of Republic Act 11131. Okay? Yan yung tinatawag natin na study of criminology. So, ang advice ko sa inyo, of course, class, yung dapat na ma-master niyo na definition of criminology is based on Section 4 of Republic Act 11131. So yan, so that is what we call criminology. So please make sure, class, na naka-off yung microphone niyo, kasi naririnig yung mga usapan niyo, baka dyan, may ma-divulge yan mamaya, di ba? Baka may nagpapaluto dyan ng fried chicken. Okay, so okay lang? So nakuha niyo na what is the definition of criminology?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, so ayan, class, balikan nyo mamaya yung discussion natin. Ang ginagawa ng mga students ko, class, kahit hindi sila maka-attend sa online, habang nasa work sila, nasa duty, or nasa piniplay lang nila yung discussion ko. Or habang kumakain, habang may ginagawa, piniplay nila ang discussion ko, pinapakinggan na nila. Kasi nga, repetition is the mother of all learning. Okay? Sorry. Okay, dito tayo, class. Of course, we have the created laws for criminologist licensure examination. Under the old curriculum, dapat alam nyo na that is Republic Act, 6506. Yun yung old curriculum class. Kailangan mo lang makuha ng 75% rating for you to be able to pass the examination under our old curriculum or our curriculum. Sa ngayon sa inyo, you are guided with the Public Act 11131 or the Philippine Criminology Profession Act of 2018. So, very complicated ang, ano ninyo class, ang formula or yung passing rate, di ba? So, hindi basihan ng gaano kataas yung average mo, papasa ka na, hindi. Iba ang mga ano doon, consideration na dapat ninyong tingnan for you to pass the examination. So, kung ano yung class, yung mga hindi naka-attend ng ating orientation, pwede yung balikan doon sa doon ko explain yung mga average na posibleng ikakabagsak mo at posibleng ikakapasa mo. So that's why hindi basihan, di ba? Minsan, ano talaga nasa timing rin, di ba? Baka hindi pa binigay ni Lord sa inyo, okay? So baka mas malaki yung blessings na ibibigay niyo sa inyo. Okay, yun yung mga created laws natin class in the Philippines when it comes to board examination. We have Republic Act 6506 and the Republic Act 11131 or the Philippine Criminology Profession Act of 2018. Okay, nakuha? Then, of course, dito tayo sa development of criminology, of course, under the 18th century, we have the classical criminology. Of course, ang classical criminology class, nakafocus yan sila on the free will doctrine. Ibig sabihin, what is right from what is wrong. And on the 19th century class, modern criminology. Ibig sabihin, there are certain developments and progress. Kaya tinawag siya na modern criminology. Then ngayon, in the 20th century, tinawag na siya na independent criminology. So bakit tinawag siya ng independent criminology class? Okay, ano ba yung reason bakit independent criminology? Okay, on the comment section, ilagay nyo nga, what is the mother science of criminology? So sino yung tinatawag natin class na mother science of criminology? Okay, sa comment section if you have an idea. Sino yung tinatawag natin na mother science of criminology? Sino? Or ano yung tinatawag natin na mother science of criminology? Okay. Okay, very good class. Okay, ang gagaling ng student ko Okay, ang mother science of criminology class is the sociology, di ba? Sociology class. Kaya that is what we call an independent science. Ganito kasi class. Before, ito yung umbrella. Okay, so dito, ang umbrella, nandito ngayon, si sociology sa taas. Siya yung mother. Sa baba, si criminology. So meaning, we are under the umbrella of sociology before. Then when it comes to 20th century, dumating ang 20th century, nagkaroon na tayo ng independent criminology. So yung before, ang mother science of criminology, sociology, di ba? Then ngayon, ang criminology class is no longer under the umbrella of sociology, is now a separate study. Okay, that's why it is considered now as an independent criminology or it is an independent science or field of criminology. Again, pag tinanong sa board exam, what is the mother science of criminology? Ang sagot doon, sociology. Kasi socio means society, then logy means study or basically that is the study of society kung saan nangyayari ang krimen. Saan ka babalik? Doon rin sa society. So, on the 20th century, tinawag na ang criminology as an independent science or an independent field. Ibig sabihin now, we are now a separate science away from sociology. Kaya nga nagkaroon tayo ng independent criminology on the 20th century. Kung titingnan niyo class ang QS, same pa rin ang content. Medyo specific lang, okay? Medyo specific lang ang content ng QS. Kaya walang reason na babagsak kayo class, okay? Magbago ba ng QS as long as you know the basic, the principles of what you studied, walang imposible or walang class na babagsak kayo. Kasi again, that is under the development of criminology. Nakuha ba ninyo class? Nakuha ba ninyo ang development of criminology?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Then of course, we have the sciences that dominated the study of criminology. Of course, sociology, we already discussed this one. Pag sinabi natin socio means society or community. Then logic class, pag na-encounter nyo yan, ibig sabihin that is study. Ang psychology naman, of course, that is the study of human behavior. Again, pag sinabi natin psychology, that is the study of human behavior or the mental processes of a person. Ang psychiatry naman, it talks about the mental illness or the mental disease. Tandaan nyo class, only the psychiatrist can diagnose your mental illness or your mental disease. Ibig sabihin, siya lang yung pwedeng magsabi na that you meron kang sakit sa pag-iisip or may problema sa pag-iisip. Kasi ang psychiatrist class are medical doctors, while psychologists naman, they are not medical doctors, but they are partner. Okay, ang psychology class, they studied or yung human behavior or the mental processes of a person, paano nag-iisip. But ang psychiatrist or only psychiatrist class can diagnose mental illness or mental disease. Ibig sabihin, siya lang yung pwedeng magsabi na masakit ka sa pag-iisip or may problema ka sa pag-iisip. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, kung siya yung pwedeng makapag-diagnose sa iyo na may problema ka sa pag-iisip, siya rin yung pwedeng makapagbigay ng medication sa'yo that is under the psychiatry. So they are psychiatrists. Kasi ang psychiatrist, of course, ano pa yan, meron silang specialty. O ibig sabihin, compare sa psychologist, nag-aaral pa sila ng another yung parang expertise nila. Okay? That's why only the psychiatrist can diagnose mental illness or mental diseases. Yan yung mga sciences that dominated the study of criminology class. Nasundan ba ninyo? Nasundan?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So, huwag kayong huwag kayong magtaka bakit English ang explanation natin class. Ganito kasi, maraming bumabagsak sa board exam kasi again, ang explanation is in Filipino. Okay? Okay lang ba yung Filipino, sir? Hindi talaga okay yan. Kasi sa board exam ninyo class is in English. That's why it should be explained in English. Kasi pagdating sa board exam, kapag in-explain sa inyo in Filipino ang mga discussion ninyo class, pagdating sa board exam, hindi kayo makakahanap ng Filipino doon. Okay? Kaya i-discourage yung mga discussions na in-explain in Filipino. Dapat, ang lahat ng explanation na papanoorin ninyo class, okay lang naman yung merong Filipino na explanation, secondary explanation lang. Dapat, ang primary na ma-explain sa inyo, yung pinaka-specific explanation, yung term and so on. Di ba? So, hindi yung pag-explain sa iyo masyadong malayo. That's why, very important ang board exam kasi very specific sila. Kung ano yung hinahanap nila, yun talaga ang hahanapin nila. So, kung in-explain sa iyo ng Filipino, hindi mo yan mahahanap pagdating sa board exam. Kasi again, iba yung explanation niyo. The medium of instruction is in English. That's why very important class na as much as possible, huwag kayong masanay sa explanation ng Filipino. Di ba? So, halimbawa, sociology, i-explain mo yung Filipino, hindi mo pa nasabi, socio is community or society, or logy is study. So basically, it is the study of society. Kapag hindi mo nasabi yun, ay medyo magkakaproblema ka yan pagdating sa board exam. So again kasi, tandaan ninyo, board exam is in English. So lahat ng topics should be explained in English. Okay? Nakuha ba ninyo? Nasundan?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so dito tayo sa next slide natin. Okay, dito na tayo class sa Criminological School of Thoughts. Actually, ang nakalagay lang sa TUS natin tatlo. Classical, neoclassical, and positivist school. Nakita ba niyo yung na-present ko na TUS? So tatlo lang class. So but of course, alam natin
Yes,
ang PRC. Okay, alam natin ang PRC. Very specific yan sila or malay natin. Okay, sabihin natin, ay, tatlo lang yung tinuro sa kanila. Ay, lagyan din natin ng iba. Di ba? Imagine 100 items naman yung sa criminology area. So as much as possible, kahit sumobra tayo, wag lang magkulang, di ba? So i-explain natin yung mga criminological school of thoughts. Ito ba class? Kaya maraming bumabagsak dito sa criminology area kasi kapag ang tinatanong is theory, sagutin nyo class theory. Pag tinanong niya naman criminological school or school alone, ang isagot nyo doon is school. Nakuha ba? Okay, dito tayo class sa what we call the demonological or pre-scientific school. Under the demonological or pre-scientific school class, tanda niyo class, the person was possessed by evil spirit or supernatural powers or yung tinatawag natin na phenomenon. Okay? So, di ba, ang under demonological or pre-scientific school, dyan si Cain at si Abel, mamaya, yung summary ng theories na meron tayo. So, para hindi nyo napahirapan ng mga sarili ninyo. So, demonological or pre-scientific school, the person was possessed by evil spirit. Tama. But of course, class, before the demonological or pre-scientific school, may mas nauna pa dito. Okay? So, ang pinaniwalaan dati, yung nauna class sa demonological or pre-scientific school, kung saan pinaparusahan sila ni Lord or ni God because of the sin na nagawa nila. Ano namang theory yun, class? Ano yung theory natin doon kung saan yung ano natin, ang divine creator ay nagpaparusa sa kanila? Anong tawag natin na theory doon? Pakilagay nga sa comment section. Okay, any idea? Sa comment section, class? Ano yung tinatawag natin?
Sir, nawawala po signal.
Ano yun, ano? Sir, nawawala po
Sir, choppy
signal.
ka po, sir.
Ay, choppy ba? Ah, wala. Wala. Narinig na ba? Narinig?
Up.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Narinig na?
Okay.
Okay, medyo naglolo po talaga ng hindi nang isali yung ano natin eh. Okay, don't worry class. Pag uwi ko doon sa bahay, ano tayo? Whole day yung lecture natin, kaya babawiin natin. Okay. So, okay na ba? Putol-putol. Okay na, sige. Okay, so ang tanong ko kanina, so may mas nauna pa na theory under the demonological or pre-scientific school. Ang ano naman doon, pinaparusahan sila because of the sin they committed. Anong theory ang tawag natin doon, class? Anong tawag natin doon na theory? Okay, are you familiar with the theory? Okay, are you familiar with the theory? Hindi ba? Hindi?
Ano po ulit yung question, sir?
Okay, ang question natin, okay, so meron tayong tinatawag na mas nauna pa dito sa tinatawag natin na demonological or pre-scientific school. Ibig sabihin, pinaparusahan daw yung isang tao because of the sin they committed. So anong theory na yon? Anong theory ang tawag natin doon? Okay, yung nauna pa class under demonological or pre-scientific school. Okay, so ano yung theory? Ano natin? Okay, sino kaya ang makakuha? Walang sumagot? Wala ba? Wala? Or naputol ako? Okay, neoclassical, hindi po. Okay, so some other answers. Anong tawag natin yung pinaparusahan siya because of the sin they committed? Okay, anong tawag natin doon? Mhm. Okay, sino kaya makukuha? Positivist theory, hindi? Okay, nagsa-start siya sa letter D class. Letter D. Sige, hintayin ko ang mga ano ninyo. Okay, sino kaya ang mga kasagot? Okay, so that is demonic theory? Hindi demonological. Okay, na-discuss na natin ang demonological. Deterrence, hindi rin. Ang kasunod ng D is I. Okay, again, sinabi ko, pinarusahan siya because of the sin. Nauna pa yan siya class sa demonological or the pre-scientific school. So ano yon? Theory. Anong tawag natin diyon na theory? Dynamic theory? O saan nyo naman kinukuha yung mga ano? Sir, pwede assignment na lang namin. Bakit may assignment, sir? Walang assignment dito. Okay, very good si Michael Dagkuta. Okay? So, ang tawag natin doon, class, is the divine will theory. Okay? That is the divine will theory. Okay? So that is the divine will theory class. Pag tanong sa board exam, ano yung theory kung saan pinarusahan, okay? Pinarusahan class ng God or the Creator, yung mga tao because of the sin they committed, that is the demonological theory. So mas nauna class, ang demonological, ang nauna, ang divine will theory bago pumasok si demonological theory. Naka ba? So again, ang demonological theory, the person was possessed by evil spirit. Nandito na pala si Sir Lemuel. So, ayan sir, dapat papasa ka sir kasi pumasa na si ano si Sir Hosne, di ba? Police officer din yan sir di ba? So, ayan. The pressure is on. Hindi naman pressure kasi I'm sure ready ka na. So, this is your second season na mag-enroll sa atin. Wala pa ako credentials. Wala pa? Mahahabol mo ba sir this August? Yung this natin. So, sana makahabol ka sir para makuha mo na yung license mo. Kasi nauna na si Sir Hosne di ba? Di ba? So, then, class, di ba? Hindi ko na i-expect na may police officer ako na, then of course, meron akong doctor na ipapasa, president ka ng school. Mag-enroll ako wala pa. Sige, sir, anytime, sir, nandito naman. Okay, ang ating, para baka malay natin, di ba, mag-top si Sir, ilang ulit. So, mo na, class, yung mga credentials niyo, class, as much as possible, dapat, yun na tinatawag natin na i-asikaso na ninyo, di ba? So kung ninyo, actually yung mga discussion natin, lahat ng subject, meron naman dyan sa Telegram, pwede nyo maumpisahan na yung ibang area. So ngayon, inuulit ko lang kasi mas maganda talaga, actually maraming review, na lang online, naka-record na. Gusto ko talaga makita kayo online, yung ako mismo. Aside sa mga previous lectures ko, gusto ko talaga isa-isahin yun, okay? Para mas maganda yung interaction natin. Okay. So dito naman tayo class sa classical school kasi di ba under sa TUS kailangan daw i-explain ang classical school class. Ganito lang yan class. Ang classical school naka-based yan sa free will doctrine. Ibig sabihin, the person has the ability to choose what is right from what is wrong. O ibig sabihin, may freedom siya to choose to go right or to go wrong. So that is under the classical school of thought. Then mamaya, pero okay lang yan, si Robin. Okay, so don't worry, mas maganda, pag after ng criminology area natin, sa criminal law tayo. Don't worry. Kasi ang criminology area kasi is very broad or masyadong mahirap na area yan. Minsan kasi ang paborito ng students, criminal law lang palagi, di ba? Kung titingnan yung nare-request na palagi na-explain ko is criminal law. Napapabayaan yung ibang area. So kasi nga, sa bagong curriculum class, dapat wala tayong favoritism. So don't worry, pupunta tayo sa criminal law. Actually, mostly talaga ang inuuna ko criminal law. Pero this time, nagbago ang isip ko kasi gusto ko muna ma-master ninyo ang criminology area. Kasi yun yung palagi napapabayaan Okay lang ba? Walang violent reaction dito? Don't worry class, after ng criminology area, pupunta tayo sa criminal. Don't worry. Gusto ko kasi lahat ng areas, ninyo, mas mataas yung mga average ninyo, di ba? Yes, okay, yes, no problem. Kasi, ganun kasi, minsan napapabayaan yung ibang area, lalo na yung criminology area, yan pa naman ang pinakamahirap. Gusto ko, mataas yung average na makukuha dito. So, under classical school of thoughts, nandiyan yung free will doctrine. Ibig sabihin, the person has the ability to choose what is right from what is wrong. Okay, tiwala kami sa iyo, sir, sa mga mnemonics mo. Yes, of course, class. Nasa inyo rin yan, di ba? Kahit gaano ako dito maubos yung boses ko, hindi kayo decided to pass, wala rin mangyayari. Actually, class, at the end of the day, nasa student pa rin ang pagpasa sa board exam, di ba? Lahat naman ng materials nandyan. Ang kulang na talaga yung sipag, di ba? So, tandaan nyo, class, ang under the classical school, dalawa ang tao dyan, si Bebe. Ano yung Bebe? Okay, so si Bentham and si Vicaria. Okay, si Jeremy Bentham and Cesar Vicaria. Mamaya i-explain pa natin further. So yung sa summary niya. Then of course, class, ang neoclassical school of thoughts, neo, pag sinabi natin neo-class, ibig sabihin yun is new, bago. Okay? Neoclassical or makabagong classical school. Tandaan nyo, class, under the neoclassical or the new classical, hindi niya naman kinalaban si classical. I-explain niya lang further. Kaya nagkaroon tayo ng neoclassical school of thoughts. Whereas he suggested, or it is suggested class under neoclassical, that children and lunatics cannot calculate pleasure and pain. So basically, kaya hindi nila ma-calculate yung pleasure and pain, so they should not be regarded as criminal kasi nga, they don't know the consequence of their action. Kaya nga nagkaroon tayo ng neoclassical school of thoughts. Ulitin natin. From classical, ni Cesar Vicaria, of course, yung tinatawag natin na free will doctrine, ibig sabihin the people have the right to choose what is right from what is wrong. Then ang personality dyan class under classical is si Bede, Cesar Vicaria, and Jeremy Bentham. And then under the neoclassical school of thoughts, the children and the lunatics cannot calculate pleasure and pain. So basically class, they should not be regarded as criminal and they should not be punished. Ibig sabihin, hindi sila pwedeng bibigyan ng punishment. Kasi again, hindi nila alam ang consequence ng action na nagawa nila. Kasi hindi nila alam kung tama ba yan or mali between the pleasure and pain. So that is the neoclassical school of thoughts. Naintindihan ba ninyo? Naiintindihan class? Ang neoclassical
Yes, sir.
school of thoughts? Okay? So kasi class, ayan yung number 2 sa TOS. So dapat hindi tayong pwede pumunta sa ibang theories kung hindi nyo na naintindihan mabuti yung classical and neoclassical. Ganun lang pa hindi niya naman kinontra si classical, in-explain niya lang further na dapat rin yung mga children and lunatics. Ang mga lunatics class, halimbawa yung mga may sakit sa utak ganyan, yung mga kleptomania, pyromania. Ang kleptomania, ibig sabihin the ability to steal kahit hindi naman na niya kailangan. Ang pyromania, the ability or the urge, or ibig sabihin parang may sa kanya, the ability to set fire. Ibig sabihin, para yan yung tinatawag natin class na pyromania. So mga lunatics, ibig sabihin, they cannot calculate pleasure and pain. They don't know what is right from what is wrong under the neoclassical school of thoughts. Okay? And then of course, itong tatlo class, kung titignan nyo kanina yung pinresent ko na TOS, tatlo talaga sila. Classical, neoclassical, and positive school. Under the positive school of thoughts, nakafocus naman yung class sa scientific research to study criminal. Ibig sabihin, ang ini-employ nila class to study criminal is based on the scientific research. Basically, nagkakaroon ng scientific method. Okay? So that is under the positivist school of thoughts. Scientific research to study criminality. Ibig sabihin class, compare sa classical, theoretical yon based on theory. And positivist school of thoughts naman, science naman, scientific research to study criminal. Ibig sabihin, there are steps na sinusunod nila, bakit nangyayari ang crime or nangyayari ang krimen, or bakit nag-occur ang krimen in a certain territory or in certain jurisdiction. That is positivist school of thoughts. Okay? Minsan class, ang positivist school of thoughts, tinatawag din natin yan na Italian school of thoughts. Okay? So based on the scientific research to study criminality. So that is under the criminological school of thoughts. Okay? So yan yung tinatawag natin na criminological school. Ano nyo ba class? Nakuha ninyo ang positivist school of thoughts?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay? So next tayo. Under the Lacazan School, pwede akong sino may volunteer na magbasa class? Okay, sino ba yung available? Gusto ko marinig si Sir Si Sir Pedroso nandyan? Sir Poras?
Yes, sir. Gabi.
Sige. Sige, sir. Pakibasa na ng Lacazan School, sir.
Yung last paragraph, sir.
Yung Lacazan School. Ito.
Okay, sir. Lacazan School, social environment of breeding ground of criminality. The germ is the criminal.
Okay, so thank you, sir. Okay, so pag sinabi natin Lacazan School class, it's suggested that social environment, kung saan ka nakatira or saan ka situated, that is the breeding ground of
Sir, choppy po, sir.
Choppy ba
Medyo
ako?
wala, sir.
Nawala, sir. Nawala.
Nawawala?
Nawala, sir. Nawala.
Wait lang, tingnan natin. Choppy pa tayo.
Choppy po.
Balik yan ang choppy. Okay na ba? Patingin daw.
Ay, sir, nagdidiretso na, sir. Okay na, sir.
Okay, so bakit kaya bakit mahina yung wifi nila dito sa hotel? Okay, so sige lang. Okay, pag sinabi natin lakasan school class, social environment is the breeding ground of criminality. Kung saan ka nakatira or saan kayo situated, that is the breeding ground of criminality. Halimbawa, di ba? Kung saan ka sa squatters area or nasa subdivision, di ba? Kung saan tinatawag ninyo class, tandaan nyo meron tayong tinatawag na nature and nurture. Ang nature class, that is biologically, ibig sabihin yun yung genes or yun yung qualities na natatransfer mo or natatransfer galing sa parents to offspring or sa mga anak nila. That is nature, biologically. Ang nurture naman, that is the environment. So yun yung tinatawag natin na lakasan school. The environment or the social environment, kung saan ka lumaki, kung saan ka saan ka namulat. Okay, so that is what we call the nurture. Ulitin ko ang nature, that is biologically, while ang nurture naman, that is, it talks about the environment. Okay, so under the lakasan school, social environment is the breeding ground of criminality. And the germ is considered as criminal, or the criminal is considered as the germ under the lakasan school. Ang nag-propose niyan class, ng lakasan school, walang iba kundi si Alexander Lakasan. Okay, the social environment is the breeding ground of criminality and the germ is criminal. Okay, nakuha? So yan yung under the criminological school of thoughts. Okay, next. Okay, so we have the cartographic or geographic school of thoughts. Ang sa geographic school of thoughts class, tandaan niyo class, it talks about the climate, the geography, and the altitude of a particular territory kung saan man yan. So, ang tanong nyo sa cartographic or geographic school of thoughts, yung thermic law and equatorial law. In the thermic law class, nandyan si tinatawag natin na si Adolf Quetelet. Yung AQ class, that stands for Adolf Quetelet. So sa thermic law class, dalawa lang dito, during summer and during winter. So sinabi niya that during summer, ang mostly na mga commit na crimes are crimes against person, provided, kasi nga, ang person during summer, mainit yung ulo or mainitin ang ulo. Kasi nga, caused by the climate, okay, or temperature. Kaya mostly class, ang nakukumit na ng crime during summer are crimes against person. Then during winter naman, kasi malamig, okay, ang mostly na makumit na crimes class are crimes against property. That is under the thermic law, the Adolf Quetelet. Then under the equatorial law naman class, dalawang pinag-uusapan natin dito under thermic law. Near from the equator and far from the equator. Kapag near from the equator class, ibig sabihin nun, malapit kayo sa sun. Ibig sabihin, mainit ang temperature ninyo. Kapag far from the equator, ibig sabihin, malayo kayo sa sun, malamig. Okay, halimbawa, sa Pilipinas na lang, Baguio City. Kung i-compare mo class, ang crime rate ng Baguio City and some other provinces and cities in the Philippines, medyo maliit or maliit talaga ang crime rate nila doon. Kasi of course, yung climate nila is a big factor. Okay? So, tandaan nyo, ang far from the equator, ibig sabihin malayo sa equator class, malamig ang lugar nila, kaya sa Europe, mas maliit talaga ang crime rate nila. Kapag near from the equator sa Pilipinas, we are near from the equator, mainit tayo dito, so mas tinatawag natin na okay, so kapag near, mas mataas ang crime rate. Halimbawa, sa Jensan, di ba? Mainit doon kasi malapit sa sun, kaya nga Jensan, di ba? So mas mataas ang kanilang crime rate compare sa Baguio City na malamig. Okay, nakuha ba ninyo? So again, under the thermic law, dalawa yan. During summer and during winter, na-propose ni Adolf Quetelet. During summer, sinasabi niya or he was suggested that the most common crimes committed during summer are crimes against person. Then during winter are crimes against property. And then the equatorial law naman, tandaan niyo, under the equatorial law, ang mostly na nakomit na crimes class kapag near from the equator, ibig sabihin higher crime rate. Kapag far from the equator, lower crime rate. So that is the discussion is on the cartographic geographic school of thoughts, the climate, the geography, and the altitude. Okay, so that is what we call the cartographic or geographic school of thoughts. Nakuha ba ninyo? Nakuha ba niya, class? Nasundan?
Yes, sir.
Okay, may questions? Wala na? Okay. Then meron tayong tinatawag class na Chicago School of Thoughts. Okay, so ang Chicago School of Thoughts, the urbanization or migration, ibig sabihin class, yung no permanent address, yung palipat-lipat kayo, halimbawa, nung elementary ka, ibang school, nasa Luzon ka, nung sa high school, nasa Visayas, nung college ka na sa Mindanao. Yung urbanization and migration, it will increase social mobility and it will increase the possibility class na magiging criminal ka daw. Sabi ni Chicago or Ecological School of Thoughts. Okay, yan yung tinatawag natin na Chicago or Ecological School of Thoughts. Okay? So yan yung tinatawag natin na ibig sabihin yung no permanent address, yung paulit-ulit, okay, ay paulit-ulit, palipat-lipat rather, ng place, it will increase social mobility or it is a big factor or it is a contributing factor class na magiging criminal ka daw. Okay? Kasi kaya nga tinawag na School of Thoughts. Kasi nga it is only a theory, di ba? Okay, yan yung tinatawag natin na Chicago or Ecological School of Thoughts. Okay? Okay, nakuha ba class? Nasundan? Urbanization and migration. Nasundan ninyo?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Okay, so akala ko
Yes,
nawala.
po.
Okay, good. Sige. Dito tayo class sa may tinatawag natin na saan yun? Okay, dito tayo sa summary. Sa-summarize natin para hindi kayo mahirapan. So, naka-label to or tatlong areas. So, sa School of Thoughts in Criminology, the personalities, and of course, the contributions. Okay, their contributions class. So, under the School of Thoughts, we have the demonological or pre-scientific school. Okay, under the demonological or pre-scientific school, of course, ang personalities yun class, si Cain at si Abel. So it is suggested, or yung contributions nila, it is suggested under demonological or pre-scientific school that a person was possessed by evil spirit. Okay? They are possessed by evil spirit or supernatural powers. Okay, yan yung tinatawag natin na demonological or pre-scientific school. Okay, then of course, we have the classical school. Ang classical school, dalawa yan, si Bebe, si Jeremy Bentham, and Vicaria. So meron tayong tinatawag na free will. Ibig sabihin, the person have the ability to choose what is right from what is wrong. Okay, yan yung tinatawag natin na classical school of thought. Okay, so yan yung tinatawag natin na classical, of course, sa free will. Then we have the neoclassical or the new classical. Of course, class, bakit na mahina ng signal? Nandiyan pa ba ako? Okay, so under the neoclassical school of thoughts, of course, nandiyan si...
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
po, sir.
Nandiyan ba? Okay. So, nandiyan si Gabriel Tarde under the neoclassical school of thoughts. Under the neoclassical school of thoughts
Choppy,
is
sir.
nandiyan si Gabriel Tarde. Hindi ba? Okay, bakit masyadong choppy? Sa signal ba? Okay, sa signal. Okay, under the neoclassical
Choppy po.
school of choppy, tigay natin konti. Okay na ba? Narinig niyo?
Bigyan mo ako
Okay
ng
naman
mainit
po,
dito,
Okay
Mike.
na po, sir.
Bibigyan mo naman ng mainit daw muna. Okay. So again, under the neoclassical school of thoughts, okay, sa personalities, okay, si Gabriel Tarde. Of course, nandiyan si hedonism and utilitarianism. Under the hedonism class, tandaan nyo ang hedonism, people seek pleasure to avoid pain. Again, people seek pleasure to avoid pain. Ibig sabihin, gusto nila rewards palagi. Okay, hindi nila gusto yung process. That is what they call hedonism. And ang utilitarianism naman, dito sa principle of utilitarianism or the principle of utility, ibig sabihin yan class, ang principle of utility, nakafocus naman yan class sa tinatawag natin na the greatest benefit of the majority. Kung ano yung ikakabuti ng majority, yan yung magiging focus ng isang leader or ng isang tao. So that is principle of utilitarianism or utility. Ibig sabihin ng class, kung ano yung hinaing na majority, yun ang susundin. Halimbawa, you're a president. Kung ano yung hinaing ng majority, yun yung mananalo. hindi yung gusto, nagiilan lang. So that is under the utilitarianism. Again, ang hedonism, people seek pleasure to avoid pain. Why utilitarianism naman? The greatest benefit or the greatest benefit of the majority. Yan yung tinatawag natin na hedonism and utilitarianism. Okay, nakuha ba ninyo? That is under the neoclassical school of thoughts. Okay, so that is the neoclassical school of thoughts. Then, of course, we have the positivist. Under the positivist theory class, nandyan si Lofega. Ano yung Lofega class? Okay, Lofega. Sila yung Holy Three of Criminology. So, sino yung Holy Three of Criminology class na Lofega? Pakilagay na sa comment section, sino si Lofega? Sino ngayon si Lofega? Okay, sino class si Lofega? Lofega. Okay, sino yung Holy Three of Criminology natin? Okay, very good. Si Lofega, si Lombroso, Ferry, and Garofalo. So they are considered now as the Holy Three in criminology. Lombroso, Ferry, and Garofalo. Okay, very good. So, ang tanong ngayon na, sino naman ang tumawag sa kanila? Si Lofega, si Lombroso, Ferry, and Garofalo, the Holy Three of criminology. Sinong tumawag sa kanila? Pakita mo naman ay magkukunin yung klase, diba? Okay. So again, sinong tumawag kay Lombroso, Ferry, and Garofalo na Holy Three of Criminology? Sinong tumawag sa kanila? Na Holy Three of Criminology. Okay, sino? Pakilagay nga sa comment section. Okay, very good si Erica Bios. Okay, si Stephen Scupper class. Siya ang tumawag class kay Lombroso, Ferry, and Garofalo na Holy Three of Criminology. So tanda niyo class, ang positivist theory, nakafocus yan on the scientific research to study criminality or to study criminal. That is the positivist theory, the scientific research to study criminality. Okay, that is what we call under the positivist theory. Then dito na tayo sa Lakasan School of Thoughts. Ang Lakasan School of Thoughts, of course, class, ang personality yan, class, or ang proponent dyan is si Alexander Lakasan. Si Alexander Lakasan, sinabi niya that the social environment is the breeding ground of criminality. And the germ is considered as criminal. Oh, choppy na naman. Wait lang ha. Okay, so choppy pa rin. Putol-putol. Okay, bakit putol-putol?
Okay na po, sir.
Okay na, sige. Okay na, ulitin natin. So, hindi nakikisama, no? So again, under the Lakasan School of Thoughts, of course, nandiyan si Alexander Lakasan, sinabi niya that the social environment is the breeding ground of criminality. And si germ, or yung criminal is considered as the germ. Okay? So, di ba? So, grabe yung si Alexander Lakasan, no? The criminal is considered as the germ. Then dito naman sa cartographic or geographic school of thoughts, dito si Adolf Quetelet. So of course, meron siya tinatawag na thermic law. Or ang thermic law during summer, mostly na-commit na crime or crimes against person. Then during winter, crimes against property. Then of course, we have si Charles Louis Montesquieu. Nandun naman yung equatorial law. Sa equatorial law, of course, class, near from the equator or far from the equator. So that is what we call under the cartographic or geographic school of thoughts. Then we have the Chicago or ecological school of thoughts. In the Chicago or Ecological School of Thought award si Robert Burgess and Urgis Burgess. Okay, yan yung tinatawag natin na Ecological School of Thought. Sinabi niya that urbanization and migration will increase social mobility. Ibig sabihin yung palipat-lipat no permanent address. It will increase the social mobility to commit a crime. So that is under the Chicago or Ecological School of Thoughts. Okay, nakuha ba? So that is the contributions class or the summary, personalities, contributions in the study of criminality. Okay, so yan yung tinatawag natin na School of Thoughts in Criminology, their personalities, and of course, their significant contributions class in the study of criminology. Okay, nakuha ba? May naintindihan? Okay, naintindihan ninyo? May question ba dito, class, sa School of Thoughts? Okay, kahit hindi nyo paborito yung mga theories class, dapat mahalin talaga ninyo ang mga theories na yan. Bakit hindi nyo man naririnig, class? Paki-confirm na kung naririnig.
Rinig naman po, sir.
Narinig, sir.
Okay, wala na kayong tanong dito sa summary? May tanong pa ba? Okay na?
Wala na, sir.
Okay, sige. Thank you. Okay, next tayo. Dito tayo sa theories of sociological crime. Okay, so we have the theories of sociological crime. So of course, dito tayo sa differential identification theory. So ang differential identification theory class by Daniel Glaser, sinabi niya, yung you identify yourself with real or imaginary person from whose perspective criminal behavior seems acceptable. Ibig sabihin, halimbawa, kung ano ini-imagine mo or kahit ano yan, so yung mga real, halimbawa yung mga tinatawag natin na mga cartoons character or imaginary person, kumaga yung criminal behavior nila is acceptable or hinahangaan ng community. So that is what we call differential identification theory. Na ginagamit mo rin yan to commit a crime. So that is under the differential identification theory. Ang imitation suggestion theory by Gabriel Tarde naman, nakafocus naman yan sa delinquency and crime pattern. Ibig sabihin, yung delinquency and crime pattern are learned and adapted. Ibig sabihin, natututunan at na-adapt class with your association with other person in the community. Ibig sabihin, parang ano na yan, social learning theory. But of course, imitation suggestion theory. Yung crime pattern na ginagawa ng halimbawa sa isang barangay, ito yung mostly na na-commit nila na crime or nagda-drug sila. So parang ikaw, kahit hindi ka naman naniinganyo ka na rin. Kasi di ba, the criminal pattern or crime patterns are learned and adapted. Di ba? Kaya nga, di ba, so madali tayong maka-adapt with our environment. So that's why yung delinquency, pag sinabi kasi natin delinquency class, that is the repetition. Okay, ibig sabihin, repetitive commission of the crime, yung paulit-ulit ka na commit ng crime. So that is what we call delinquency. So the learning process may either be conscious type, copying, or conscious type. Nalalaman mo or kumbaga you are aware that you are copying somebody or someone's pattern or behavior or not, you are not familiar or not you are not aware. Okay, so na nakakopy mo pala. Okay, so that is what we call the imitation suggestion theory by Gabriel Tarde. Okay, so ibig sabihin yan, delinquency and crime pattern ay natutunan, are learned and adapted. Okay, so whether it is unconscious copying. Okay, so that is imitation suggestion theory by Gabriel Tarde. Nakuha? Then of course, we have the differential Susila organization theory. Dito sa differential Susila association theory, tinatawag rin yan minsan class as a social disorganization. Ibig sabihin nun, bakit mahina naman ang signal? Okay na ba? Nandyan pa ba ako, class? Paki-confirm kung nandyan ako.
Yes, sir.
Nandyan pa.
Nandito
Okay.
pa, sir.
So dito class, sa differential Susila organization theory, yung breakdown of changes, conflict of values between the new and the old, merong disorganization. Ibig sabihin yung conflicting beliefs ng the new and the old. Yung changes, hindi nila ma-accept yung pagbabago. So magkakaroon talaga class ng conflict na mag-arise, okay, between the organization or between sa community natin, or yung worst, magkakaroon ng criminalities, or it will lead to crime, okay, commission. So that is differential Susila organization theory, okay? So yan yung tinatawag natin na Susila isolation theory, okay? And then of course, we have the conflict of culture theory by Thorsten Selin, okay? So ang conflict of culture theory by Thorsten Selin, that is nakafocus naman class sa multiplicity of conflicting culture. So ibig sabihin, iba-iba yung culture, yung paniniwala nila. So nagkakaroon talaga yan ng conflict, di ba? Pero minsan class, hindi basis kung ano yung paniniwala mo, di ba? As long as you can adapt, as long as you can adjust, di ba? So hindi naman sa hindi naman kasi may mga paniniwala ka or may mga culture, mga beliefs ka. Pagdating mo sa isang lugar, hindi pwedeng ano yan, kumbaga hindi na yan siya acceptable. Then you have to, ano yan, you have to respect that. Okay? Kasi iba-iba naman ng tinatawag natin na ng culture pagdating mo, di ba? Kung alam niyo sa ibang lugar or sa amin, halimbawa sa amin na lang, so bawal ka yung magtatap-tap ka ng pinggan, alam niyo yun? Magtatap-tap ka ng pinggan kapag kakain na kayo. Ibig sabihin, ang sa amin kasi noon, kumbaga, that is disrespect. Kumbaga, parang pinapalayo mo yung blessings, di ba? Tapos, sa ibang lugar naman, kapag pumunta ka sa ibang lugar, yung pagtatap pala ng pinggan, or ginaganon-ganon nila, or so yun pala, tinatawag nila ang blessing. So that's why, there are conflicting cultures na meron tayo, di ba? But of course, alam rin natin dapat maki-adapt kung anong meron sila, then we have to respect it, di ba? So, halimbawa, sa akin, nanirahan ako sa Baguio for 2 years, di ba? So, kung ano yung, halimbawa, sa handaan, na-adapt ko rin, di ba? And then, of course, lahat ng mga pagkain doon, kailangan mo rin kainin, di ba? Kasi it is also kumbaga, as respect as well sa culture nila na meron sila, di ba? Hindi ka lang pwedeng sabihin na ganito ganyan. So, kaya nga, the multiplicity of conflicting culture, iba-iba kasi yung paniniwala natin, di ba? At ang dami nating dialects in the Philippines. Okay, so yan rin yung actually yung mga cause, di ba? So the high crime and delinquency rates of certain ethnic or racial group is explained by their exposure to diverse and incongruent standards and codes of larger society. Ibig sabihin, class, of course, di ba, they are not totally civilized, or not some of the ethnic or racial group, okay, hindi ko naman nila lahat. But of course, minsan kasi hindi nila ma-accept that there is a need for change, di ba? When it comes to their, of course, paniniwala nila, halimbawa yung papakasal na mas maaga, or yung mga arranged marriage and so on. So yan yung tinatawag natin na certain diversity. I mean, there are changes na when it comes sa standards na meron tayo, nagbabago rin siya. Then of course, they have to adapt that one, di ba? So minsan kasi, di ba, yung mga wedding na sinusunod natin, minsan hindi na nasusunod kasi because of the practicality. So yan yung sa conflict of culture theory, okay? The multiplicity of conflicting culture is the principal source of social disorganization, yung pagkawatak-watak class ng ating, of course, tayo mismo, di ba, sa community. So that is conflict of culture theory by Thorsten Selin. Okay, naintindihan ba? Naintindihan class? Nandiyan ba kayo?
Opo, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so yan. No? Okay, baka nakatulong na kayo. Then, of course, we have the containment theory by Reckless. In the containment theory, that is the inability of the group to contain the behavior of its member, and of course, the effective containment of the individual into the value system and the structure of society. So, the containment theory, ibig sabihin, class, hindi nila ma-disiplina or ma-contain or ma-control yung member ng kanilang organization or that individual. Okay? So that's why class, nagkakaroon ng conflicting or nagkakaroon ng conflict or the conflict will arise kasi nga they cannot able to control the behavior of its members. So, ibig sabihin na kailangan na naman ng effective containment for that individual to fit into the society, yung structure na hinihingi ng society. Containment theory by Reckless. Okay, so next, of course, meron tayong tinatawag na other important theories class. Una dyan, we have the anomy theory. Under the anomy theory class, nakafocus naman yan sa normlessness. Ibig sabihin, the presence of the norms in the society. Parang nagiging yung breakdown of social norms when the personal goals cannot be achieved using available means. Ano ibig sabihin natin, sir? Halimbawa, gustong-gusto mo talaga maging doktor, pero your parents cannot afford to send you to medical school kasi nga ang available means, ibig sabihin yung kabuhayan nila, hindi sapat class. Kaya huwag mo ipilit kung hindi naman kaya, di ba? Kaya nagkakaroon tayo ng anomy theory. Ibig sabihin, nagkakaroon ng crime kasi when the breakdown of social norms or yung kanyang goals cannot be achieved using available means, di ba? Kaya nagkakaroon minsan nagiging social crimer, di ba? Nagkakaroon ng sugar mommy, sugar daddy. Meron ba kayo dito? Okay. So yan yung tinatawag natin na anomy theory. Ibig sabihin, nagkakaroon ng crime when the individual goals cannot be achieved using available means na meron sila. Meron ang family nila. Kaya hindi mo pwedeng ipilit ang hindi naman kaya. So that is anomy theory. Normlessness or the breakdown of social norms when the personal goals cannot be achieved using available means. Of course, that is anomy theory by David Emily Durkheim. Okay, so that is anomy theory. Nakuha ba ninyo class? Nakuha ba? Nasundan?
Yes, sir.
Yes, coach.
Okay. So, okay na naman, di ba, na mag-whole day tayo sa mga susunod na araw kasi, di ba, para mas maganda. So, actually, class, nung last board exam nga, natapos namin ang lahat ng areas in just 3 months lang. Okay, 3 months. Tapos after nun,
Yes, sir.
Q&A na kami lahat. Kaya, mas maganda yon kasi kahit hindi kayo maka-attend, don't worry kasi i-record naman namin yung mga discussions natin. Okay? So, we are more on the quality. Di ba? So, quality tayo, class. Then, of course, we are very transparent when it comes to our passers, di ba? So, meron na kaming 7 na bumagsak. So, di ba? As ganun class, then of course, as much as possible, lahat ibibigay namin yung best review materials. Lahat sa akin nga, kahit hindi na kayo enroll sa akin, binibigay ko yung mga review materials, di ba? So, then, of course, hindi lahat ng then of course yung mga videos natin wag niyo i-share din sa sa iba, 'di ba? Kasi of course tayo yung nagbayad noon, 'di ba? So but of course marami pa kasi class ibang naman yun. Yung sa final coaching every year inaabangan kasi nila yung final coaching ko every year kasi yun ang pag-asa ng iba eh. So yan. So tingnan natin kung ngayon marami na nakaschedule ng final coaching pero hindi ko pa na Pero of course, tututukan ko talaga kayo class yung sa lalo na kapag may mga times lang na kinukuha ko ng mga lecture, sabi ko hindi kayo pwede dito kasi mag-whole day ako lecture sa inyo. Okay, so lahat class, gagawin natin. Of course, meron tayong mga reels na ginagawa ko dyan. Then kung saan ako naka-live na page, doon rin kayo, di ba? Kapag parang makuha nyo rin lahat, di ba? So, ganon class. Then of course, we have the strain theory. Pag sinabi natin strain theory class, nakafocus naman yan on the frustration or the anger or pressure. Okay? So, yan. Bakit bumaliktad doon sa kabila? Okay, bakit po? Okay, so yan yung tinatawag natin na strain theory. Okay. So, dito class, sa strain theory, yes, meron tayong tinatawag na final coaching. Lahat class on the day before the board exam, lahat yan. Lahat. Okay, so lahat binibigay ko, di ba? So yung mga sagot na actually, okay? So yan yung tinatawag natin na don't worry class. Malayo pa yung board exam, yung 5 months pa ang gugulin niyo. One step at a time, di ba? So okay lang yan. So lahat yun, I'm sure pressure na, di ba? So ang strain theory class, pag sinabi nating strain, ibig sabihin there's a stress or pressure or there's a frustration, okay? Kaya nga ang strain class, Basically, it talks about the stress or the frustration or the anger. Okay? So ang strain theory naman class, ang nag-ano niyan is si Robert Merton, CRM. Okay? So that is Robert Merton. Okay? It talks about the frustration, the anger, the pressure. Kaya naman commit ng crime ang individual. Di ba? Then we have the differential association theory. Sorry, yung tinatawag natin na dot. Actually, class, tatlo lang sila. Tatlo yan sila. We have the dot, dit, and dot. Ang differential association theory, ibig sabihin ng class, criminal behavior is learned through association with other person in the community.
Sir Chappy.
Chappy. Okay, wait lang muna. Ay, putol-putol. Bakit kaya ang ano natin, signal na putol-putol? Okay, so we have the differential opportunity theory. We have the dot, dit, and dot. Okay, so in the differential association theory, criminal behavior is learned. Okay na ba, class?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, sige. Okay, tala nyo class ha, ganito lang kasimple yan. Under differential association theory, meron tayong tinatawag na dot. Ibig sabihin nun, criminal behavior is learned through association with other person in the community. So that is what we call the differential association theory. Ibig sabihin, criminal behavior is learned through association with other person in the community. So that is what we call the dot. Okay? So the dot ang tawag natin doon. Then pag sinabi naman nating differential identification theory, you identify yourself like someone else. Okay? So yan yung tinatawag natin na differential identification theory. So in the study of criminality, of course, we have also the differential opportunity theory. In the differential opportunity theory class, okay, we have what we call the society leads a lower class. Okay, kay Lloyd Olin in 1928. Okay, so the society leads a lower class in 1928. Ibig sabihin, kasi nga, of course, no choice sila. So kung ano yung available na ano, so of course ang mga opportunities rather na meron, okay, so of course class list talaga mapupunta sa lower class or they are belong sa mga minorities, okay? So yan yung tinatawag na differential opportunity theory. Ibig sabihin, the opportunities between the rich and the poor is not proportionate or hindi pantay or iba-iba. So that is the differential opportunity theory. Okay? So kay Lloyd Olin yan in 1928. Okay? So yan yung tinatawag natin na differential opportunity theory. Okay? So the society leads lower class. Okay? So that is opportunity theory. Nakuha ba ninyo? Nasundan ba?
No,
Yes,
basta
sir.
way naga.
Wala na.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Malakas.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sige. Okay. Sige, thank you. Next. Okay, so meron tayong tinatawag class, the rational choice theory. Okay, of course, from the word itself, rational choice, may pagpipilian ka between the devious result or the calculation of risk and awards. Okay? So dito class, sa kay Cesar Vicaria naman ito, okay, Cesar Vicaria, calculation of risk and awards. Ibig sabihin class, halimbawa, yung may nag-consult sa akin dati yung students ko, sabi niya, sir, anong pipili, kasi nagkataon ng boarding center, tapos talaga, sir, sa Win. Tapos sabi ko, ano yung decision mo? Ano ba, sir, itutuloy ko yung kasal, i-postpone muna, or mag-take ako ng board exam. Ang ano ko naman, so of course, kailangan mo i-calculate doon, yung risk and awards. Sabi ko, mag-take ka muna ng board exam, pwede naman magpaliban ng kasal, di ba? Kasi malay mo, hindi kayo forever. After how many years, maghihiwalay kayo, pero ang license mo, that is for lifetime, di ba? So yan yung tinatawag natin class na rational choice theory. Mamimili ka between the risk and awards. Okay? So, of course, you take risk, okay? Or ganito yung magiging awards. Okay, of course, class, ang rational choice theory, meron tayong mga decisions sa buhay, di ba? Mamimili tayo between our choices. Halimbawa, sa akin, marami kong choices na manatili dati sa academe, di ba? Meron akong choices to choose the academe, di ba? So, pero, of course, hindi ko pinili. O kumbaga, nag-take risk ako, class. Sabi ko, kailangan feeling ko hindi ako bagay dito or parang gano'n, kumbaga hindi ako masaya dito. Kasi I believe um, meron pa akong kayang marating or kahit ano pa ako, di ba? Kahit hindi ako sigurado dati, baka after ng ano dito, after ko umalis dito, baka magiging tambay ako, di ba? So yun yung tinatawag natin na risk. Okay, pero sa akin, naisip ko na hindi. Alam ko na may nakatalaan para sa akin, di ba? Dati class kasi nasa academe ako, di ba? So, 6 months, 1 year lang ako nagturo sa university. Then of course, may mga offer na matataas na posisyon sa akin. But hindi kasi ako mahilig sa paperworks. Gusto ko kasi magsalita lang na magsalita yung pagtuturo. Gusto ko kasi yung ano, pero yun sabi ko, sige, aalis ako dito. Gusto ko maging full-time lecturer, di ba? So, pero hindi ko sigurado class kung kaya ko ma-execute yun. Nag-take risk na lang ako, di ba? Sa ngayon, na-realize ko na sa buhay talaga, kailangan din natin mag-take risk minsan, di ba? Kaya nung umalis ako doon, nagkaroon ako ng review center, nagkaroon ako ng maraming speaking engagement all throughout the Philippines, di ba? Ako na mismo ang nagde-decline ng mga speaking invites, di ba? Hindi ako nag-a-apply as a lecturer. Ako mismo yung nagde-decline. So, ganun plus, you have to take risk. Ibig sabihin, whatever the result ng decision mo, dapat pangatawanan mo yun, di ba? So, sa akin dati, ang problema ko dati, baka after ko umalis dito, magiging tambay ako for how many years. Mabuti naman, mabait si Lord, di ba? So, dito na talaga ako. Parang dinala niya ako dito. Of course, kung hindi ako nag-take risk dati, hindi niyo ako makikita ngayon, di ba? So, walang trim coach sa ngayon, di ba? Dati, naka-private. So, yun yung tinatawag natin na rational choice theory. Ibig sabihin, kung sa tingin mo, maibubuga ka or sa tingin mo, you can spread your wings high, of course, kailangan mo mag-take risk. Then, after that, kahit hindi ka pa sigurado, of course, at the end, meron kang awards na makukuha from that, di ba? So, whatever the result, you must accept it, di ba? So, dapat pangatawanan mo, class, whatever your decision, di ba? So, ganun ang tinatawag natin ng rational choice theory. Naiintindihan niyo ba? O, di ba? Parang
Yes, sir.
parang lumalim ang rational choice theory, no? So dapat you must take risk, di ba? For you to get the rewards or awards na gusto mo sa buhay mo, di ba? Hindi naman ibig sabihin na criminology ka, di ba? Sa akin, di ba? Tingnan niyo, hindi ako nag-police, pero ang ganda ng buhay ko kasi wala akong gastos sa pamasahe, sa pagkain, sa hotel, lahat plus walang gastos yun, kahit piso, di ba? Kung nasa service ako, marami akong gastos, marami akong utang, di ba? So, parang plus, kailangan mo lang i-calculate yung risk and awards. Okay? So, ganun ang rational choice theory. So, para maging example rin ako sa inyo na kung may decision kayo sa buhay class, sa tingin mo tama or may mararating ka, sundin mo yun. Okay? So, ganun ang rational choice theory. Then, we have the imitation and suggestion theory. Ano naman yan? Duplication. Ibig sabihin, you identifies yourself with a real or imaginary person. Imitation yan and suggestion theory. Actually, we already discussed that one kanina. Okay? So dito naman tayo sa labeling theory. Under the labeling theory class, the offenders given a negative label that will follow them throughout their lives. Si Howard Becker naman class. Si HB, si Howard Becker yan class. Okay, siya yung proponent or siya yung nag-propose ng tinatawag natin na labeling theory. Ibig sabihin, the offenders has given a negative label that followed them throughout their life. Okay, ibig sabihin, halimbawa, pamilya ng magnanakaw. Ibig sabihin, generation from first generation to the next generation, may ipapasa niya yung class. Kasi nga, they are labeled negatively. Ibig sabihin, okay na sana, no? Ay, pamilya sila na matatalino, magandang label yon. Pero under the labeling theory class, hindi maganda ang label dito. Okay? Ang label dito is more on the negative label. Then yung negative label na yun, it will follow them throughout their lives. Okay? Yan yung tinatawag natin na labeling theory. Okay? So yan was called the labeling theory. Naintindihan nyo ba, class? Again, under the labeling theory, you are not labeled positively, you are labeled negatively, then that is, kumbaga, mamumuhay yan throughout your life from generation to the next generation. Ako ba, class? Nakuha ninyo? So, okay, paki-confirm muna. Okay lang ba? Okay lang?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sige. Okay, next. Okay, so we have the subculture theory. Okay, baka natulog yung iba. The subculture theory, of course, conforming with the values and norms of the subcultures to which they belong. Ibig sabihin, they are complacent na lang kung ano yung meron. So, no choice na sila, di ba? Kung no choice na sila kung ano yung meron, yun lang. That is the subculture theory. Okay, so that is the subculture theory, the values and norms of the subculture to which they belong. Okay, so yan yung subculture theory. Next, okay, so we have the feminist theory. Sino yung pwede magbasa, class? Gusto ko marinig yung mga boses ninyo. So ngayon, of course, hindi ko pwedeng sabihin nyo, ay, hindi ko pa ano. Pero next time, magkakaroon na tayo ng ano. Okay, si Robin. Sir Robin, gusto ko marinig yung boses ni Sir Robin. Robin Padilla ba to?
Di po, sir.
Sige.
Uh,
Sige. Robin.
Feminist theory. Define criminology and criminal justice view of the world as perceived by women.
Oo, sabihin.
Okay. So under the feminist theory, sige, baka ma-discover natin si Sir Robin. Okay, for you, anong tinatawag natin na feminist theory? Huwag mo i-explain mo in your own words. Ano ba yung tinatawag natin na feminist theory?
Sa pagkaunawa ko, sir, ano po, yung kung anong klaseng babae, sir, kung halimbawa criminal yung isang babae. So, for my own perception, sir, yung isinisilang niya na anak o yung ibig sabihin yung kung siya man ay buntis o may anak, probably, sir, na ganun din yung yung magiging anak niya. Parang ganun, sir, yung yung opinion ko.
Okay. Sige, thank you. Sige, sabi ni Sir, okay, so ganito, class, thank you. So pag sinabi natin feminist theory, sinabi niya define criminology and criminal justice view of us world, it is view as perceived by women. Ibig sabihin, of course, class, sa ating mga lalaki, iba yung pag-define natin ng criminology. Of course, dapat, di ba, in the criminal justice, dapat meron yung tinatawag natin na firmness, di ba? Of course, sa feminist theory, medyo soft, kumbaga, diba? So, they viewed the criminology and criminal justice as perceived by women. So, sa mga babae ba, paano niyo pinaperceive ang criminology and criminal justice in general? Of course, they have different perspective when it comes in the study of criminology and criminal justice. Okay, sila lang yung nakaka-identify niyan, di ba? Of course, ang criminology, di ba? Sabi nila, ang criminology or yung it is considered as male-dominated course. Pero ngayon, of course, iba na, di ba? Mostly ng mga women choose criminology. Then that's why, yan yung tinatawag natin na kasi nga, they viewed criminology as their, kumbaga, ay maganda to kasi mas lalakas kami or gano'n. So yun yung tinatawag natin ng feminist theory. So they have their own perception, class, or they have their own side of the story kung bakit ganito ang criminology and criminal justice. Kasi sa mga lalaki, iba rin, no? So that's why it is a feminist theory. Okay, then of course, we have the drift theory. So madali lang ang drift theory, class. Okay, the people can drift or float back and forth between obeying and breaking the law. Ibig sabihin, as a person, lahat naman tayo, class, we have the choice, di ba? We can either be a victim or an accused. So we have the choice to obey the law or to break the law. Ganon lang kasimple ang drift theory, to float back and forth or whether or not we should obey the law or we should break the law. So that is under the drift theory. Okay? Float back and forth between obeying and breaking the law. Okay? So that is the drift theory. Then, of course, we have the green criminology. In the green criminology, it talks about the harms and crimes against the environment. Kaya, class, meron tayong tinatawag na environmental criminologist. Okay? Hindi lang, hindi lang actually enclosed sa pagiging police officer, jail officer or fire officer ang pagiging criminology class. Nagkaroon din tayo ng green criminology. It talks about the harms and the crimes against the environment. So that is a green criminology. That's why, halimbawa, may mga minings or yung mga ano. So under the Constitution, is our duty class na mapangalagaan kung ano yung meron tayo, di ba? So dapat isumbong natin yan sa kinaukulan kasi it talks about the study of harms and crimes against the environment. So basically, it talks about the green criminology. Then, of course, we have the environmental criminology. So, are you familiar with CEPTED class? The crime prevention through environmental design by Clarence Ray, yung CEPTED na tawag natin, crime prevention through environmental design. Ang crime prevention class through environmental design, that is the use of the immediate environment. Okay? Halimbawa, class, ganito kapag malapit kayo or yung bahay niyo is malapit sa street or sa highway, dapat class, tamnan nyo yan ng mga puno or puno ng niyog or puno ng malalaking, yung malaking puno class. Kasi kapag halimbawa, mawalan ng preno ang sasakyan, hindi agad-agad papasok sa bahay ninyo. Nakuha ninyo? Yan yung tinatawag natin na crime prevention through environmental design. Ibig sabihin yan, that is the use of immediate environment to avoid criminality. Okay? Nakuha ba ninyo? We will use the immediate environment kung ano yung available within us. Okay? Crime prevention through environmental design or the CPED. Okay? Ibig sabihin, kapag malapit kayo sa daan, tamnan nyo yan, class, ng mga puno, malalaking puno, para hindi didiretso yung sasakyan sa bahay ninyo, lalong-lalo kapag malapit kayo sa highway. So that is crime prevention through environmental design. Kaya pagalitan yung parents niyo kapag pinuputol nila yung mga puno sa gilid ng bahay niyo. Kasi nga, it is your protection. It is the use of immediate environment. Yung paligid mo, class, to avoid criminality. Nakuha ba? Nasundan na rin yung class? Nasundan ninyo? Sino ba yung malapit sa daan dito, yung mga bahay ninyo? Kaya class, taniman nyo na yan ng mga puno, taniman nyo na yan ng mga ano. Kasi nga, makaka-save talaga yan ng buhay, class. That is under the CEPTED. Crime prevention through environmental design. Okay, nakuha ba? Bakit walang sumasagot? Nandiyan pa ba kayo? Oh.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So, ano?
Po, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, next. Kaya magtanim na kayo Okay, kung malapit kayo sa ano ninyo. Okay, so that is the use of immediate environment. Then we have the broken windows theory. Pakibasa nga, si Sir, magpili nga tayo. Si Sir Amar Makadato. Okay lang ba, Sir Amar? Nandiyan ba si Sir Amar? Hindi siya available. Sino, class? Anyone can volunteer para marinig ko yung boses ng class. Kasi nakaka-discover ako ng mga speakers Okay, si Sir. Go ahead.
Broken windows theory. Zero tolerance, visible signs of crimes by James Q. Wilson and George Kelly.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Actually, class, yung mga nagbo-volunteer na pala, for how many season nag-lecture ako online sa review ko. Yung mga mostly nagbo-volunteer class, wala akong duda talaga. Pumapasa talaga sila sa board exam. 100% yung palaging nagre-raise ng kamay tapos binabasa nila. Kasi class, alam nyo ba, kapag habang nagbawas na kayo, pupasok rin yan times 3 sa utak ninyo, yung binabasa ninyo. Kaya kapag ano kayo, mas maganda yung ano ninyo. O, di ba? O, tingnan niyo si Sir Nasim. Sir Nasim ba? Sir Nasim, Sir Jobit? Ay, si Sir Jobit kasi late na siya pumunta. Parang malapit na matapos yung ano ko, yung review Kasi pumunta siya sa ibang review center. Ay, joke lang. Okay, so ano lang care. So ngayon, tatawagin na natin si Sir Jobit. Okay, para masigurado niya. O, di ba si Sir? Bakit kasi sir, late ka na? Late ka na pumunta sa akin, di ba? Hindi kita nabasbasan. Nung final coaching ka na pumunta Okay. So kaya, di ba? Sabi ko, dapat maging loyal kayo sa akin. Kasi, okay, so di ba, tingnan nyo, sila Sir Nasim, di ba, lahat sila Sir, di ba? Okay, kasi nga, palagi sila yung nagbabasa. Kasi nga, repetition na rin yun. Kaya Sir Pora, tatanungin na kita every time, di ba? Kaya, ikaw na yung kapalitan ko si Sir Robin. Okay, para makakuha kayo ng 95% rating. Okay, so, ayan. Hindi ka na bumalik, sir, sa previous, review center? Sir, so again, hindi na ba? Okay, okay, no comment. Okay, so again, under the broken windows theory, so yung tinatawag natin na zero tolerance. Okay, under the broken windows theory, okay, meron tayong tinatawag na zero tolerance. So, di ba? Sabi ko sa'yo sa akin ka mag-enroll dati Okay, so, yan. Okay, so dito ka. So, broken windows theory sa zero tolerance ng class. Ibig sabihin, there are visible signs of crimes na. Halimbawa, sa bahay ninyo, babae ka, tapos alam mo naman na babae ka class, di ba? Tapos hindi mo sinara yung mga pintuan or yung mga bintana. So, ibig sabihin, there are visible signs of crimes. Ibig sabihin, class, nag-i-invite ko ngayon ng mga offenders na mag-commit ng crime laban sa iyo. So, that is under the broken windows theory. Ibig sabihin, zero tolerance or there are visible signs of crimes but binaliwala mo, di ba? So that is the broken windows theory. Tandaan nyo, ang broken windows theory, there is zero tolerance or there are visible signs of crime by James Q. Wilson and, George L. Fielding. Okay, so that is under the broken windows theory. Okay, nakuha ba class? Okay, so yan yung tinatawag natin na broken windows theory. Kaya class, kumbaga nasa right track. Kumbaga, nasa tamang review center kayo yun, di ba? So, di ba? Tama Sir Poras? Okay, so yan. So, Sir Poras is, okay na ba? Rapper kasi yung nagle-lecture sa amin, sir. Patay yan. Okay, medyo problemado kapag may rapper. Okay, ano yung nagkakanta. So, as long as class alam niyo yung concept ng mga theories na to, don't worry kasi yung explanation ko, hindi naman yan mahirap intindihin kasi naka-summarize na yan. Kasi kapag ilagay ko lahat dyan, medyo mahihirapan kayo, di ba? Kaya nga, di ba, study smart, not study hard. Okay? Study smart. Kasi nga, we are smart. Okay? So, pagdating nyo dito, first class, actually, class sa board exam talaga, laban na ng strategy. So, that's why, kailangan nyo itaas na rin. So, dapat ang mindset ninyo, hindi na kayo undergrad students. Ang mindset ninyo, professional na. Kasi nga, you're about to take the licensure examination. Okay? So, that is the broken windows theory. Okay, so that is the broken windows theory. Okay, so yan, the broken windows theory. Okay, so ayan, so under the broken windows theory, there are visible signs of crimes, but binaliwala mo. Kaya nga, of course, broken windows. Okay, so again, ang labeling theory, the offender was labeled negatively throughout their lives, then of course, it will follow them throughout their lives. And then the feminist theory that they define criminology and criminal justice as viewed or as perceived by women. And ang rape theory naman, ibig sabihin the people or the person has the chance or the freedom whether to obey the law or to break the law. Kaya diba, flow back and forth. Then ang environmental criminology or the green criminology talks about, or it is the study of the crimes against the environment or its harm against the environment. Then we have the crime prevention through environmental design or CPTED. Again, yan yung the use of immediate environment to prevent criminality from happening in the community. Then the broken windows theory, that is there are zero tolerance or visible signs of crimes by James Q. Wilson and George L. Fielding. Okay, so that is what we call the broken windows theory. Okay, so yan ang broken windows theory natin, class. Okay, so nakuha ba? Naintindihan ba ninyo, class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, sige. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we have the three major sociological theory or causes of crimes and delinquency. Okay, of course, bakit unstable yung
Nawala po, sir.
Wala ba ako? Oh, nandyan ba? Patingin daw. Sayang 40k ng mamok, sir. Bakit ngayon ko lang cream na sana ako? Ay, grabe naman, 43k ang nagastos ninyo. Grabe, sayang naman. Kasi, um, grabe naman yung 43k na yon, di ba? Narinig niyo ba ako, class? Narinig niyo? Don't worry, class. Ilang slides na lang to tatapusin natin. Diretso natin. Here. Sana yon. Okay, so ayan. Nabigla ako doon sa sa 43,000 na nagastos niyo sa review center. Okay, ganun pala yun. Totoo ba yung 43,000 na gastos niyo sa review center? Grabe ang laki. Di ba? So, yung iba nga class, pumasad na nakikinig lang sa lectures natin. Okay, so okay ba? Narinig niyo ka? Naririnig niyo ba? Grabe naman, no? Yung iba nga, pumasa class, ng libre lang. Yung video ko lang na pinopost, yung mga reels, yung mga pagsagot, di ba? So, mga class. Ay, grabe naman yung 42,000. May sayang yung kulang lang talaga ng strategy class. Ganito kasi, ang pagpasa sa board exam, lahat ng information, alam ko, meron na kayo niyan, di ba? Ang kulang lang doon is strategy on how to answer the question, di ba? So, sayang naman yung 43,000 na yun, di ba? So, malaking, malaking pera yun eh. So, we have the three major sociological causes of crime and delinquency. Actually, ang malaki talaga, class, ang pagpasa or ang gasto sa pagpasa sa more exam. Kaya, para class, this time, okay, dapat tutukan nyo na yung nyo, more exam niyo kasi parang pambawi na rin sa parents nyo. Sa ako, sir, foundation na late kasi ako nakasali sa iyo. Sayang, sir. Kasi late ka na nagsabi na mag-board ka na pala, di ba? So sa foundation talaga, sir. Then, of course, sa answering ang problema doon. Nakikita ko kasi sa strategy talaga ang problema. Kasi lahat naman ng students from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, parehas naman ang inaral. Parehas naman laman ng criminal law, di ba? Pero bakit hindi niya ma-apply? Kasi nga strategy is very important, di ba? Kaya or short-term memory, more on fundamentals ang basic. Kaya sa akin class ko, tama 'yon. Kaya sa akin class, lahat gusto ko i-simplify lahat ng in-explain ko. Kasi sa board exam naman, ang pinaka-basic na naman ang tinatanong nila. Kaya gusto ko i-explain niyo yung formula, yung concept, para kahit anong tanong nila, na dyan, itapon nila ng tanong, masasagot at masasagot mo. Okay? So don't worry, class, matagal pa tayo magsasama, no? Okay, then of course, we have the three major sociological theory causes of crime and delinquency. Ito yung pinaka-three major class, ha? So meron din tinatawag na strain. Of course, class, ang strain theory, si kay Robert Merton at Robert Agnew. So, ang strain theory, again, tinawag natin kanina, it talks about the stress, the anger, the pressure. That's why it will push the person to commit a crime. Di ba? While ang social learning theory naman, so kung tandaan niyo, class, ang social learning theory, parang may pagkakalintulan siya kay Edwin Sutherland na differential association theory. Okay, so ang social learning theory class, same association, pero in-elaborate niya lang further or in-explain niya lang further ang theory ni Edwin Sutherland na differential association theory na kung saan ang criminal behavior daw class ay natutunan or criminal behavior is learned through association with other person in the community. So that is the social learning theory. Okay? Kay Ronald Alkib and so on. Then of course we have the control theory, okay, the control theory. So we have the direct control or the law, okay, or punish. Of course, what we call the Travis Hershey. So control theory class, when there is a law punishing the act or it is illegal under the law, so kailangan natin ng tinatawag natin na punishment. So that is for the direct control of the crime. So yun yung tinatawag natin na strain. Yes, class. Okay, so very important yung strategy. Kaya kailangan talaga tulong talaga yung pinaka-importante. Okay, lalo na sa pagdating sa board exam. So we have the three major sociological theory and causes of crime and delinquency. Again, ang strain, yung pressure, yung anger that will lead to commit a crime. Ang social learning theory naman, in-explain niya lang or in-elaborate niya lang further ang theory ni Edwin Sutherland na differential association theory, or the criminal behavior is learned through association with other person in the community. And the control theory naman, the direct control between the law and punishment. Okay, that is the three major sociological theory of causes of crime and delinquency in the society. Nakuha ba ninyo? So yan yung tinatawag natin na three major sociological theory. On the next, natin class, pero bukas class, dito na tayo sa interactionist approach, okay? So parang dalawang meeting natin i-discuss ang tinatawag natin na introduction to criminology. Then yung 3 days na yung vacant na natin, yung pag-uwi ko sa amin, after that, yung 3 days na yun tuloy-tuloy whole day tayo, matatapos na natin